Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
What's going on, guys? It's Filthy and I'm back with another video. Every season I try and do a fastest way to farm keys and bounties as the Necromancer, and I thought we'd do that again for season 21. Now we're going to use a few of the new items. So this is on the PTR. I don't expect these things to change, and I do think they will go to live. Now I've got two builds to show you. One is a T16 build that just has really high gold find, really easy to play. Really nice because you'll see there's absolutely no Land of the Dead on here. We don't need any cooldown at all, just brilliant. We have tremendous amounts of essence, as I say, loads of gold to empower those rifts. Then we've also got a bounty build to go through. So this one is just tremendous at running really fast over long distances. It can handle bosses, again even Diablo with animation interrupts, doesn't matter because we don't have Land of the Dead, so no more do we need to go back to town and swap gear or anything like that. You can just stick this setup on and you will run incredibly fast through the bounties. So I've done all this with no main stat paragon, so I've completely taken it out, tested it thoroughly on T16 and bounties, and it works an absolute charm. So obviously the more juice you pour onto this, the better it will get. But let's jump in and have a look. So it's Legacy Dreams build. You'll note my Avarice Band is an ancient, so you know there's some extra juice on there to go. And also my Haunted Visions. I had this one in the stash and I don't know why I was using this one in the footage, and it's not even cold, so yeah, bizarre. The way Legacy Dreams works is we get up to a 10k damage mod, provided we do get all these slots boxed off as ancient, and up to 52% damage reduction. Damage reduction is not very interesting for the T16 build because we will be using Boon of the Hoarder, Gold Wrap and Avarice Band to basically handle the toughness. Kill monsters, Boon of the Hoarder means that they drop gold. We gobble it up, become immortal with the Gold Wrap with super high armor, and we also get this huge pickup radius from the Avarice Band. Now mages, damage wise, get buffed from Scythe of the Cycle, 400% for secondary skills. We just need bone armor active. So that's pretty nice, that will always be up. Now we're going to take the Rillian Shadow Hook, and this gives us a 0.5% damage increase for every point of essence. We also get extra essence for Bone Spike, which is nice because we do use that actually. And basically what it means is at 660 max essence, which is the highest that we can have, we get 330% damage mod. So how are we getting to 660? Well, we're going to take Simulacrum Reservoir. This doubles our essence pool, so without that it would be 330. With the new Haunted Visions, Simulacrum will now last forever, so we only have to pop them once ever, and that's absolutely fine. We want secondary roll, 20 max essence on the Scythe, and we want secondary roll on our Lost Time offhand, again 20. You can take Overwhelming Essence passive for another 40, and we've actually got points in Paragon, so 50 max essence from that. It means the mages hit like an absolute truck. Now, we do have the circle ring, so they last an additional 4 seconds. We get an extra mage when we cast it. Again, because we have infinite simulacrum, it means we get 4 mages whenever we pop them. Absolutely brilliant, and with the blood rune, they last 2 seconds longer, so 14 seconds is the total duration of a set of mages, and that's really nice because it means we don't have to worry too much about casting them repeatedly. We can just pop them once every 14 seconds or so, and you know, provided we keep on top of the fact we've got 10, it is pretty easy. Now we're going to take Crispins. Obviously it gives us the double damage mod against slowed enemies, and it gives us the treble this effect, so 300% against any freeze or stun. We're going to be taking the Frostburn Gloves. This will give us a 50-50 chance to freeze with our cold skills, so whenever we hit with Bone Spikes, half the time we're going to freeze. We get the slow off this on anyway, so the initial slow will proc the first part of Crispins even if we don't get a freeze. If we freeze, we get the triple Crispins. Same for Bone Armor, it's a cold skill, so this will give us a 50-50 freeze chance, which is pretty good. Now, the mages will dump stuff anyway without the freezers being up, but obviously it's just more damage and it helps. Cold is also great because it procs the Lost Time speed bonus, so that's up to 50% move speed, so this is how we start to work in tremendous move speed. The Stewart's Greaves also give us up to 100% move speed after blood rushing, again pretty nice. We've got the Arm Guards in the Cube. This is another 50% whenever we destroy an object, which happens all the time key farming and also when doing bounties, so very nice for speed. We've then got the Gold Skin Chest. This will give us up to double gold, so 100% extra gold drop from monsters. And we're also going to take Leoric's Crown, which is going to give us 41% extra gold. double this because obviously the gem can be doubled to 82% gold find. We also get gold find on the gold wrap as a secondary, so this is very important for empowering your rifts, because obviously the further we go up with power creep, the more it costs to run those higher GRs. Pants are completely open, just pick a nice ancient pair. You could, if you really wanted to, go and get Witch Doctor Swampland Waders for 20% more physical damage, but I just wouldn't bother. Any ancient ones here will be absolutely fine. And then Nems for the T16 build, obviously you just want the extra DBs, you want the extra elites, you want the extra progression. It just makes it incredibly fast. So that is the key farming build. Pretty easy. So we've got Bone Spikes, Frost Spikes for the cold, the Skeletal Mage life support, Devouring Aura to just suck up those corpses automatically, Bone Armor, Harvest of Anguish for a bit of move speed, Blood Rush, Metabolism, 2 charges so we can zip about, and then we get that crazy run speed off the Stewart's Greaves, and Simulacrum Reservoir to double the essence pool. Passive wise, we're going to take Dark Reaping for 2% essence and life per kill. We only really care about the essence. Overwhelming Essence to boost up to 660. Fueled by Death, more move speed, another 30%. And then Final Servers, just in case you get really lousy RNG at the start of the map, something goes wrong, you're not going to be dying, so that's absolutely fine. So that's kind of how the maximum gold find, really quick key farm works, and we will show it in action. Now for bounties, what we're going to change is we're not going to rely on the gold wrap for the toughness, because that's always a bit crummy. With bounties, you're not sure what density you're going to get. When you're fighting a boss, you're not going to have any gold bonus. So what we're going to do is we're going to put in the Lornell Sunstone. It's a really interesting necro item, and what it will basically do is it'll give you insane damage reduction as soon as you start losing life. So if you get yourself down to like 1% life, you've got 99 times 0.95%, which is huge. It's like 98% damage reduction or something. So the idea is that up until about 50% damage, so when your life is at full, you've got no damage reduction. As soon as you start dropping life, this effect magnifies, and the further down you go with your life, the tougher you become, which is pretty good. It allows you to recover, so your life will jump down quite a lot sometimes, but as it does, you just become incredibly tough, which is pretty good. So Legacy Dreams gives us 52% damage reduction anyway, and with this new effect on the Recess Volition, we gain up to 50% damage reduction if our essence isn't full. So after we've cast a set of mages, then we do get this bonus. Obviously if we have full essence, it's not going to be up, but again, we'll take this one for a test spin, and I'll show you that it is pretty tanky. We will swap the gem in the helm over to a life gem just to beef up the life pool, so pretty good life pool. If I equip this one now, so we'll see 1.3 million near enough, which is pretty good. We're going to sub in the Krelm's Belt, 25% run speed if we don't take any damage. Absolutely perfect for bounties because it means long crappy areas with no enemies. We can just whiz through them a little bit quicker. We're actually going to dump the Boon of the Hoarder, so I'm going to put the Bane of the Trap back in just to make sure we hit those bosses just even harder, just to make sure the fight is over very quick. And we're going to take the Gloves of Worship, so Shrine effects last for 10 minutes, so extra speed, extra defense, extra experience, all those types of things. Just get 10 minutes of it, which is pretty good. And other than that, it is pretty similar. What we do though is we do take the Serra Plate just to make sure that we've got plenty of essence. Again, kind of like, this is like the easier to play, more move speed kind of version, and it's not got quite as much gold find. So as I say, you can swap some of these things back in if gold is more important to you, but I tend to find when I'm doing bounties, I just want to get them over as quickly as I can. And obviously the arm guards go on the character here rather than in the cube, but we still rely on the Frostburns to proc with the Bone Spikes. And then I would swap the rune over to Poison for Dislocation Bone Armor just to get that guaranteed stun. Again, just with the thinking of a boss fight, you might want to stun Diablo or somebody before they do something nasty, so it is probably better to have the 100% guaranteed chance for the stun. But again, personal preference, and you could swap it over. The only other thing I would toy with swapping is maybe changing Blood Rush to Potency for the 100% armor, but as I say, it seems to be working pretty well. So again, trousers completely open, and other than that, I haven't changed anything. Now, we'll stick with this rubbish amulet because it's the wrong one. So I just want to show you that this works. We've got no skeletal mage damage on boots, none on the offhand, none on the helm. So whilst some of this gear is good, it's not particularly optimized. No main stat paragon, and let's just go and see what we can do. Now obviously at the moment we've got no essence, so this is kind of like if it was like a bounty run, so maybe we've popped our mages and we just don't have them up. So we'll jump in and see how we go. So you just need to get essence up, and as you see the life goes down, the Lornell Sunstone starts working, and obviously you would normally start off bounties with a full essence pool, but as you can see the toughness is absolutely fine. Ridiculous move speed. Look how quick we're flying through this. So if this was a bounty, that would just be absolutely amazing. You just run through all this really super fast. Stop to build up essence if you need. And off we go. So as you can see, the mages absolutely wreck everything. And even this, if you just wanted to farm keys like this, you could, but I would be going for the extra gold in the first setup that I showed. But as you can see, essence comes back really quick, ludicrously fast. The mages, because they've got such tremendous time on them, really nice. And the more paragon you add to this, the quicker the mages will kill. And as you can see, we can cover like this map normally for key farming. You'd be like, this is a rubbish map. It's just taking absolutely ages to get from one side to the other. But yeah, there you go. You get the idea, guys. No numlock as well, so we can just port back to town whenever we want. So that is kind of my bounty setup. And as I say, the key farm's just very similar, just has absolutely stacks of gold find in it as well. So there we go, guys. That's how I would be doing it for season 21. Hope you've enjoyed the video or found it useful. I'll be back with some more videos just as soon as I can. Take it easy. Peace.